Nowadays, Kevin Ollie is probably best known for coaching the UConn Huskies to a magical NCAA title in 2014, but the former point guard carved out a 13-year career in the NBA where he played for 12 different teams. It's not quite Ish Smith's level, but the journeyman played with everyone from Cedric Ceballos to James Harden. Today, I'm taking Michael Jordan and giving him Kevin Ollie's career to see what his heirs can do. Will the constant shuffling mean fewer titles and more individual success, or are we in for something much different? Let's find out. So here is the bad news, of course, if you're a Kevin Ollie fan. He did not start his NBA career until 1997, even though he came out in the 95 draft. Unfortunately, the Continental Basketball Association and the Connecticut Pride are not in NBA 2K24. Please, Mike Wang and your team, get on that. So what I have done is I have put Michael Jordan somewhere else. Let's see where we sent him. Yes, so what I have done is I have put Michael Jordan on FC Barcelona in the modern day alongside Jabari Parker, Willie Hernan Gomez, Jan Vesely, and several other foreign players. Basically, what I'm doing is putting MJ into like a time chamber, sending him forward to the future, and then we'll bring him back in 1997 when he is fully formed. So let's see how he does in EuroLeague. Okay, so in his first year in the EuroLeague, MJ picks up MVP. He's also Rookie of the Year, of course. He makes first team all EuroLeague, I guess. He's also first team defense. And of course, first team all rookie. His stats are not crazy or anything, but he does lead the league in scoring. But Barcelona is a 2 seed. Let's see if they can win this. Barcelona gets pipped in the second round, and Fenerbahce wins the title. On to year 2. Uh-oh.
LeBron, he and Austin Reeves.
Okay, so unfortunately, the EuroLeague kept crashing my NBA 2K24. So instead, we're just going to jump into 1997, when on October 7th, Kevin Ollie signed with the Dallas Mavericks. And this Mavericks team is not very good, to be honest with you. They had just traded away Jason Kidd, so they're kind of playing for nothing. I don't know how much Michael Jordan is going to impact the team, but good news is he's not going to be here for long. Let's see how this season goes. Michael Jordan might be averaging nearly 28 points per game in his first season in the league, but that is not good enough for these Dallas Mavericks, because on the Kevin Ollie timeline, he was waived on December 17th. So Michael Jordan, we're releasing you.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Oh god, this really hurts. Okay, but he will not be playing another game until March. Okay, here we go. After several months off, Michael Jordan has joined the Orlando Magic. As you can see, he's a little bit rusty, but he's coming into a team that's much better than the team he was playing for previously. So there's a chance he could make the playoffs and maybe do some damage. Let's see how he does. All right, in all honesty, there's not a ton to report because Jordan only gets to play a few games due to an injury. So we're just going to go ahead and skip to the playoffs. As you can see, Orlando is the 6th seed. Let's see if Jordan can take them over the top now that he's back and healthy. The Magic's mob of guards are too much for the Bucks in round 1. They're moving on to face Alonzo Mourning and the Miami Heat in round 2. Going to be a much tougher test. Let's see how they do. All right, the Magic continue to play well with their guards. Unfortunately for them, the Heat get hot from 3. Let's see who wins this in Game 7. All right, we're going to have many more years left in this save, so I'm not going to waste your time. As you can see, the Magic find themselves down by, 14 points with a minute and a half left to go. Probably not going to get back in this one. Unfortunately, Michael Jordan and the squad's run ends a little bit early. Let's go ahead and get on to year. Technically, this is year number 4, but I'm going to call it year number 2 because the first 2 years with the EuroLeague don't really count. So year number 2. Though before we can do that, I do have to show you that Grandmama and the Charlotte Hornets are the NBA champions in 1998. What a twist. We are into year number 2, and you're probably looking at this team. You're thinking, man, the Magic look good now that they have Michael Jordan. Well, here's the problem. Orlando only signed Kevin Ollie to a contract through the last season, which means that he did not play with another team until January in his second year in the NBA. So you have to release Michael Jordan to free agency and then control every team so that no one is allowed to pick him up. All right, it is January 22nd, and the Sacramento Kings have added Michael Jordan to their roster. As you can see, this team is absolutely disgusting and is probably a title contender. The only bad news is
I'm not going to be here.
MJ is only going to be here for 1 month. So let's see what he does, I guess. As you can see in the very small sample size, Jordan has been absolutely dominant. I mean, playing with Peja and Chris Webber is a big boon to his stats, but unfortunately, the Kings are going to waive him and he is going to go join a new team, but an old team. I'll show you what I mean. It is March 8 and Michael Jordan has been picked up this time by the Orlando Magic. I had to get a little creative to make it to where he could actually be picked up by the team, but I've done it, and the good news is he's not here for very long, but the better news is that after this season is going to get a little bit easier for MJ. So let's just finish this one out. All right, MJ has played 3 games, 2 losses, 1 victory, and he is packing, baby. He's out of here. Unfortunately, he only signed a 10-day contract. Michael Jordan has to be released. He will not play another game in the 98-99 season. Let's look at his stats for the season. It's not going to be pretty. I mean, the points are fine, but he's played how many games? Like 10? He played 10 games this year. So his career so far, 36 games. Not the best, but again, it's going to get much better next year. So let's go ahead and just get to it. We'll see who wins this season, but then we're going to get to it. And Stephon Marbury's Timberwolves have won the title over the Celtics. Let's get on to year number 3, where things are going to solidify just a little bit and make this much easier for me in the back end.
We don't care. Let me tell you something. We don't care.
Okay, so in year 3, Kevin Ollie signed with the Philadelphia 76ers on November 22nd. So what I have done is I've gone ahead and put Jordan on the 76ers alongside AI, but I've given him an injury that's going to last for 26 days, so he should be coming back online right when we need him to. This team doesn't look great, if I'm being honest. They're probably just like they were in real life, they're a piece or 2 away. They needed Dikembe Mutombo, Keith Van Horn, I think it was, to get to those finals. But they could compete because they have two very ball dominant guys, but maybe they can make it work. Let's see how it goes. In his first year as a full-time starter, Michael Jordan averages 32.3 points, 5.4 rebounds, 5.7 assists, 2.8 steals, and 0.6 blocks en route to making first-team All-NBA alongside his teammate Allen Iverson and first-team All-Defense. And the best part is, in spite of having a relatively weak team around them, Jordan and AI lead the 76ers to the 1 seed in the playoffs. Let's see how they do against the Chicago Bulls. It seemed like MJ and AI were going to dominate, but the Bulls have brought it back. It is game 5. Let's see who advances to round number 2. There are only 2 minutes left on the clock, and Philly is up by 4. Let's see who wins this thing. Scottie Pippen gets a nice screen and goes to the cup looking for an easy jumper, but he is rejected by Theo Ratliff. All right, 1 minute on the clock. We're just going to stick with this one. Philly finds themselves up by 5 after some O'Brien free throws. Harper shoots and makes. It is a 7-point ball game. I'm not sure. Actually, wait, is AI in? AI's back in. MJ still. Wait, hold on. They were not in on that last play, were they? Did they sub MJ in and... Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. Someone just shot. Didn't catch the name because I was trying to figure out how MJ and AI were back in the game because I don't think they were on the possession before, but whatever. It does not matter. Harper with the ball. Looking. Wants to get it to AI. But he does have a good matchup here. He's being guarded by Derek Fisher, who he has a big advantage size-wise on, but he gets it to AI. AI going at Scottie Pippen. Not the best shot. Scottie stuffs him. Derek Fisher with the rebound. Needs to look it out. Oh, you got to get Scottie there. Finds Bridges, gets to Pippen. Pippen being guarded by AI. He finds Derek Fisher. Fisher throws it up. He hits. 15 seconds, 4-point ball game. Scottie Pippen not taking advantage of the big size advantage he has with AI guarding him, but still is able to find Derek Fisher for a 3. It's going to be a tight one, folks. Let's see how this one ends. Coming out of the timeout, 76ers with the ball and the lead. Got to look to waste some clock here. AI with the ball. He's immediately fouled. By, I believe, Mark Jackson, some Jackson. I'm not sure what his first name is. AI at the line. He has 33 points tonight. Can he make it 35? He makes it at least 34. Second shot. Here we go. Definitely going to be out of reach if he makes this one. Yes, I think this game is pretty much over. Philadelphia will be moving on to round number 2. And facing the Indiana Pacers. This Indiana Pacer team definitely dangerous. Jalen Rose, Reggie Miller, both here. So it's going to be a tough test, but I think we should be able to get through it. Let's see how it goes. Indiana's size causes some problems, but ultimately Philly's talent wins out. They're moving on to face the Bucks in the Eastern Conference Finals. Allen Iverson has had a very good series for the Sixers, but they find themselves down 3-2. Let's see if they can claw it back and force a Game 7. All right, 1 minute, 48 seconds left on the clock. Milwaukee is up by 2, but Philly has the ball. Let's go ahead and stick with this one since there's only a few minutes left. White gets the ball, finds McKee, gets it to Harper. The Stars are not in. Actually, let's check that real quick. Are they fouled out? That would be very bad. AI 34 points, Jordan 24. Neither of them are fouled out. So I'm not sure why they're not in here at a very important moment in the game. Harper gets past his man, gets it to O'Brien for an easy lay-in. It's a tie ball game, 115, 131 left on the clock. Really need to get in the stars. Ray Allen brings the ball down the court. He's definitely a star. He's looking, I mean, this is a matchup Ray Allen should win, but he gets it into Vin Baker. Vin Baker going at whoever that is. And he misses. Okay, who was that? Carlisle? Is that what that name says? Yeah, Carlisle. The Stars looking to check in. Philly should just call a timeout. I'm not sure why they're not at this point, but they get it to Ron Harper, or Derek Harper, I think. Harper with the ball, gets a screen, looking for somebody. Looks like they're going to try to go at O'Brien again, but they get the switch, get it over. They do not. Harper's looking for something. O'Brien jacks up a prayer.
I said whatever.
He makes it. Oh, what are you joking? I'm sorry. O'Brien. What is his three-point rating? It's got to be dreadful. He's a C- player. He's averages 51, 48 even. 48. He's even lower than I thought. Wow. But it's not a 3. He hit a 2. Okay. I got all hyped for no reason. I apologize. All right. Milwaukee down by 2. They're trying to close this series out. Vin Baker easily gets to the cup, dunks that away, ties it back up. 47 seconds on the clock. McKee bringing the ball down the court for 76ers. You can see AI and Jordan wanting to check in, but for some reason their team is not calling a timeout to let them do so. McKee finds White. White is looking in the post. O'Brien has an easy matchup. He gets the ball up but misses the shot. Vin Baker with the rebound. Gets it up to Richardson. Richardson coming at whoever that was. McKee takes a shot, makes a shot. That's a 3. No doubt there. And now the Bucks are up by 3, and the Sixers call a timeout they probably should have called a while ago. They're going to check in. Their good guys, AI and Michael Jordan, are here to save the day. Hopefully, the big boys are in. They're down by 3. Let's see what they do. Jordan with the ball goes to work. Immediately gets doubled. The ball goes to Derek Harper. Harper looking for somebody. AI gets the screen. Goes to AI. AI open for the 3. Can he hit? He misses. It rims out. They're going to have to foul. They foul. Who is that? Williams? They foul Williams, not sure which Williams. They had a foul to give as well, so they're going to get to inbound the ball again. They really don't want it to go to Ray Allen, but it does. Allen, a great free throw shooter. Not the person you want to foul in this situation, but there's no chance of doing anything else. Allen at the line with a chance to put his team up by 5 with 12 seconds on the clock. He makes the first. Allen actually having a pretty poor night by his standards. 27% from the field, only 7 points to this point. But there is his 8th and most important point of the night. Milwaukee now up by 5. It is probably all over here unless there are some late game miracles. Jordan to Harper. Harper jacks up a 3. Definitely no chance of that one going in. And there you go, folks. That is, Theo Radcliffe gets the steal and jacks it up, but it does not matter. The Milwaukee Bucks are going on to the NBA Finals. Unfortunately, Michael Jordan's first real trip into the playoffs ends in defeat. Let's go see who wins the championship. And the Bucks beat the Spurs in 5. Ray Allen and the rest of Milwaukee are NBA champions. Now it's time to move on to year number 4. All right, it is year number 4, and as you can see, Michael Jordan has signed up with the Nets, who in real life were coming off of a finals run where they lost to the Lakers.
I don't know what he was talking about, but...
Now, the bad news, of course, for Nets fans is that MJ is not going to be here for the full season. For some reason, your team decided to get rid of Kevin Ollie. Not really sure why. But for now, let's go ahead and start this season off, and we'll talk about where we're going soon. All right, the Nets might have the league's best record. Jordan might be having a decent season. I mean, not the best by his standards, but not bad either. But the problem is that on December 15th, the Nets released Kevin Ollie, so they're also going to be releasing Michael Jordan. Don't worry, though. He's going to get picked up by Philadelphia very soon. All right, so you probably already clocked this, but I misspoke earlier. The Nets did not make the finals last year. They actually make the finals the year after this one. So I got my dates mixed up. No big deal. The more important thing is that Michael Jordan is now a member of the 76ers once again. And this 76ers team did make the finals that same year because they added Dikembe Mutombo. And we have him here. This team's looking very spicy. Hopefully, MJ, Allen Iverson, and Mount Mutombo can take us to the promised land. In year 4, MJ averages 27.1 points, 5.3 rebounds, 5.2 assists, 2.5 steals, and 1.1 blocks en route to making second team All-NBA and first team defense. Unfortunately, that only leads to a 7 seed for the 76ers because the East is kind of weird this season. There's like 6 teams hovering right around 500, so it's not as bad as it looks. However, the bad news is that MJ is going to have to go against his old team, the Nets, which we know are pretty stout. So let's see how round 1 goes. As expected, the Nets play tough defense and good team basketball. However, the star power of the Sixers get them out of the first round. Now they're going on to face Ray Allen's Bucks, who, if you remember, I believe won the championship last year. So this is going to be a tough test. Mount Mutombo comes alive, and the Sixers star power win 3 straight games, but then the Bucks claw it back to game 7. Let's see who's advancing to the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah, not much sense jumping into this one. I mean, as you can see, the 76ers are going to win it handedly and move on to face whoever it is. I think it's the Magic in the Eastern Conference Finals. So let's just jump to that. I was correct, and it's another old team Jordan has been a part of, the Magic, led by Penny Hardaway here in the Eastern Conference Finals. Let's see how we do. Penny Hardaway impresses. However, it is Dikembe Mutombo dominating Manute Bol that makes the difference in this series. And now the 76ers are going on to face Steve Nash's Phoenix Suns in the NBA Finals. The 76ers have cruised to a 3-game lead. Let's see if they can close this one out in style. All right, we're jumping in a little late here because Philly pulled a miraculous comeback here towards the end. As you can see, Michael Jordan, 39 points. He's at the line trying to make this a 4-point ball game with 1 minute and 9 seconds on the clock. The shot is up, and he makes it. It is 4 points, 1 minute, 9 seconds on the clock. Let's see if Philly can bring this back, or if they're going to have to play. Oh, that was a sick crossover. Nash gets by. Nash gets by. Who is that? Number 4? Nash gets by. I'm not sure who that is, but he gets by his man and scores over MJ. MJ also gets by Kurt Thomas for a thunderous dunk to bring it back to 4 points with 55 seconds left on the clock. Can't speak today.
Do what he wants us to do. I mean, do what we want. You know what I mean?
Oh, Nash has 47. This is a monster game from both guys. It's weird to see Nash have a height advantage, I gotta say. Whoever this number 4 is on 76ers, he's very small. Dan the man with a 3. Now it's a 7-point ball game. It looks like we're probably going to have to go to a game 5. All right, time to see what the Sixers have cooked up. Naz Mohammed is inbounding the ball, gets it to McKee. McKee to Iverson. Iverson to Jordan. Jordan rips from 3. Bang! He hits with a man in his face. Back to a 4-point ball game. 41 seconds on the clock. Who is that? Hoiberg with the ball. Brings it up the court. A double team. They get it to Kurt Thomas. Kurt Thomas dunks it over Jordan. Unfortunately, back to 7 points. 34 seconds left on the clock. Sixers going to have to move fast if they want to score here and still have time to win the game. Allen Iverson gets by his man, puts in the floater. Back to a 4-point game, 25.6 seconds on the clock. They're going to have to foul. They're going to have to foul there, but they foul Steve Nash, not the person you want to foul in this, well, really in any scenario. He is a great free throw shooter. Let's see if he can put this one away. Nash at the line. First shot is up. It is a make. It is now a 5-point ball game with 23 seconds left to go. Can he make the second one? He puts it up, and he does. It's going to be tough, Sixers fans. I think we're going to have to go to game 5. All right, we'll stick with it just to see if there is a miracle shot here at the end. We've had several of those on this channel, so you never know what's going to happen. Naz Mohammed gets it into McKee. McKee to Iverson. Iverson dribbles past his man, puts it up, misses the shot. Kurt Thomas with the rebound. Cunningham is fouled. He'll go to the line, and he's not a great free throw shooter, I don't think. I mean, I'm pretty sure he's made up, but he misses his first. Okay. His second one is up, and he misses that one as well. Missing free throws in the clutch. Not what you want to see if you're a Suns fan. But AI puts up the shot. That's got to be over. They're going to foul him again? Oh my gosh. Okay, it's over. We're just going to skip to the next game. I'll see you there. All right, Philly is not going away quietly. They are up by 2 with 41 seconds left to go in game 5. The 76ers are going to have to fight. Oh, Steve Nash puts the move on Jordan, but misses the wide open 3. Jordan gets it to him. Nope. Okay, they get it to Jordan. I thought they were going to do it earlier. He gets it to McCullough. McCullough gets stuffed at the rim. Who's that with the rebound? Kurt Thomas gets the ball, passes it to Nash. Nash is fouled by Jordan. Nash goes to the line. He only has 14 points today. He's shooting. Did it really say 15%? Steve Nash, 2 of 13. Wow. After that monster game. Jordan, on the other hand, still playing well. Very surprised that it's this close if Steve Nash is playing this poorly because he's by far their best player, but he's going to the line. He can put the game maybe not out of reach, but close to it. Puts the Suns up by 3 with 23 seconds left to go. The 76ers look to be getting back in there. Good players, which I don't understand. Sometimes 2K does this. It just like takes out all your good players towards the end and doesn't make much sense. When the game is close, Steve Nash with a shot up makes it. It is a 4-point ball game, 23 seconds on the clock. Tyrone Hill inbounds the ball, gets it to McKee. McKee with the ball, looking for somebody. Gotta look at Jordan. He does not. He finds Hill driving, gets it to Mutombo. Mutombo with the shot, puts it up. Mutombo scores. It is a 2-point ball game, 14.8 seconds left on the clock. They really got to keep the ball away from Steve Nash. They do. Dan the man is going to the line, 14 seconds on the clock. Not a bad game for him, actually. He's trying to put his team up by 4. Let's see if he can make these shots. Steve Nash, of course, was clutch. Ooh, Danny boy misses number 1. So no matter what, it's going to be a 1-possession game. With 14 seconds on the clock, he makes the second. That's good for him. Sixers don't need a 3 necessarily, but they need to go quickly. McKee brings the ball down the court, gets it to Mutombo, gets it back to McKee. McKee with a shot. McKee hits! It's a tie ball game, 7 seconds left. Wow, that is not the person you would expect to hit a shot in this moment, but Aaron McKee.
Acknowledge me, please.
All right, Suns have the ball, 7 seconds on the clock, tie ball game. They will have the last shot. Steve Nash with the ball. He's probably going to take the last shot. Hopefully he doesn't make it. He puts it up and he rims out. We are going to overtime. I will see you when we get deep into overtime. 1 minute, 38 seconds left on the clock. Philly is up by 5 now. They've ridden that Aaron McKee 3-pointer to tie it up to a big lead. Let's see if they can hold on and finish this thing out. 90 seconds left to go. Steve Nash with the ball. Could have had a shot there, but doesn't. Pass it to Cunningham for an easy dunk over, I believe that was McKee. Yes, McKee. McKee brings the ball up the court. It looks like we don't really have foul trouble here, so we don't have to worry about that at this stage. McKee, oh, okay, he doesn't shoot when he's wide open there. He took that one contested. Of course he had to. AI does jack it up. He makes another shot. Allen Iverson puts the team up by 6 with 1:11 left to go. All right, Ron Artest with the ball. Ron Artest somehow has ended up here. He won't be here for long. Dan the man misses because he is going to be joining Jordan soon. That's a little bit of a spoiler, a little bit of a teaser for the future of where this save is going to go. But for now, Allen Iverson with the ball, gets it into McKee, gets it to Mutombo. Mutombo gets Cunningham up in the air and hits the fader. This game is looking to be well out of reach. It looks like Philly will go on to win Michael Jordan his first championship in year number 4. Well ahead of schedule from Michael Jordan's real career. And also, well, I don't know if Kevin Ollie ever won. I'm going to check that out. Yeah, Kevin Ollie never won a championship, so he's well ahead of Kevin Ollie's schedule as well. All right, coming out of the timeout, Phoenix down by 8 with 51 seconds on the clock. They're going to have to move fast. Ron Artest gets the ball into J.R. Reed. J.R. Reed finds Steve Nash in the post. A weird place for Nash to be, but he's going to work in there. I believe that was Dan the man. Could have been Fred Hoiberg. They look the same. It's Dan the man. McKee brings the ball down the court. Gets it to AI. AI puts up a shot. Dan the man too slow to get there, but he does not make it. Cunningham with the rebound. Gets it to Artest. Artest pushing the ball. 32 seconds left on the clock. Reed gets it. Thinks about it. Gets it to Nash. Nash does shoot. Nash buries the shot with the man right up in his face. It is a 5-point ball game, 25 seconds on the clock. Earlier, I said Nash wasn't having a great game, but now he's scored 21 points to add to 12 assists. So a solid game from Nash as we've gotten into overtime. All right, Aaron McKee at the line. He also has 21 points. Can he make it 22? He does. Let's see if he can get it 23, make this a 7-point ball game with 25 seconds left on the clock. He misses that one. Ooh, I thought he was going to get the rebound. No, Dan the man gets the rebound. 23.4 seconds left on the clock. 6-point lead for Philly. Let's see what Phoenix does coming out of the timeout. Phoenix has to score fast. You got to think they're going to go to Steve Nash. He has been hot in overtime in the 4th quarter. Artest gets the ball in. Nash has to go quick. Got to go a lot quicker than this. Nash thinks about it, doesn't pull, wasting way too much time. Reed to Nash. Nash still dribbling around. Finally gets the read. Oh, he doesn't shoot. Artest does shoot. Artest misses. Tyrone Hill with the board. That's going to be the game. They're going to foul, but it doesn't matter. There's no way they're getting back into this, especially if AI can make his free throws. His first one is up. It's a make. AI 45 points tonight. He carried the torch for the Sixers. I mean, Jordan had a solid game, but AI definitely the man tonight, which is fair because Jordan was the man the night before. Miss there. I'm not sure who shot it. I was too busy talking. Jordan is going to dribble this one out, and his team is going to win their first championship. Of course, the bad news for Sixers fans is this is the last time, well, not the last time ever, but the last time for a while you're going to see Michael Jordan hooping it up in brotherly love. Here's this glitch. I don't understand why this keeps happening. Steve Nash is now partying with the team that just beat him. I don't know what 2K is doing. There's been a lot of glitchy things happening in my eras lately. Hopefully they can fix some of this stuff, but we don't really care because we have won the finals. That's all that matters. I will see you all in year number 5. It's year 5 and MJ is in Chicago. Now this is not your daddy's Chicago Bulls. No, this team is very young. They have a lot of players who will eventually become good. You know, Ron Artest, Jamal Crawford, Tyson Chandler, to a lesser degree, Eddie Curry, who I believe is a rookie in this. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. There's our boy. Not looking too hot. The good news is that Jordan is not in Chicago for very long. So let's go ahead and get this season started so we can get him to his real team. Jordan has been hot to start the season. However, the Bulls find themselves very far down in a hole. Fortunately for Jordan and Artest,
I'm not gonna be here.
now, if you check in real life, of course, Kevin Ollie didn't leave until February 19th. The issue here is that 2K has set the trade deadline for January 24th. So we're going to have to do it a little bit earlier, but, you know, it doesn't really matter that much. Let's just go ahead and make the trade. So in real life, at the All-Star break, Kevin Ollie, Ron Artest, and several other guys were traded over to the Pacers in exchange for Jalen Rose. We've done that. As you can see, MJ definitely has gotten an upgrade in terms of teammates. He's got Jermaine O'Neal, Reggie, Artest, Al Harrington. Down further, we can see Jonathan Bender. I'm sure in this save he'll grow into the stud he was meant to be. But for now, let's go ahead and get the rest of the season going. In year 5, Michael Jordan averages 26.1 points, 5 rebounds, 5.7 assists, 2.8 steals, and 1.1 blocks en route to making second team All-NBA yet again, as well as first team defense for the 3rd time in a row. And I know it's hard for you to see, but the Pacers do better than the Sixers did last year. They are the 2 seed out in the East, and they will be facing Milwaukee, a very familiar foe. Let's see how this goes. One thing I missed heading into this first round matchup is that Reggie Miller is out for several weeks. Fortunately, the Pacers don't need him as Ron Artest comes into his own, and despite some hot shooting from Ray Allen, the Pacers get out in 4 games. The Pacers sweep, and now it's on to face the New York Knicks, who have 2 aging superstars, Larry Johnson and Patrick Ewing. Reggie Miller gets healthy midway through the series, but surprisingly, this one's going to game 7. Let's see who wins. All right, as you can see, the Pacers have led wire to wire, so we're not going to get to jump into this one, but a very easy victory, up by 25 with 90 seconds left to go, so I'm pretty sure they're going to finish this one out. Let's just see. Yeah, they win by 29, moving on to the finals. And the Pacers will face Jason Kidd's Dallas Mavericks in these NBA finals. Can we get Reggie Miller a title, or is he destined to go ringless even in 2K24? Somewhat surprisingly, Reggie Miller and Deshaun Stevenson have been in a battle this series. Indiana leads 3-2. Let's see if they can close this out in game 6. 2 minutes, 5 seconds on the clock. Dallas is up by 1 at home. We're just going to stick with this. Oh boy, there we go. We're just going to stick with this, what I was going to say, but MJ gets a turnover, and Owens, I think that's Billy Owens, gets a wide open dunk. Not sure where the defense was there. That's not Billy Owens. Who is that? That's some other Owens. All right, anyways, let's continue with the game. Reggie Miller with the ball, takes a deep 3. Does he hit that? Oh my God. Reggie Miller is unconscious.
He is him.
From deep. 104-104. He really wants this one. He's 36 years young. This may be his last season in the NBA. Edwards takes a screen, looking for his man, finds Stromile Swift. Stromile Swift, what a guy. I have his autographed jersey in the closet next to me, and he hits a 2 as I'm talking about him. Dallas up by 2, 1:38 left on the clock. Is Miller's going to pull again? Please hit. Oh man, that would have been so sweet. All right, unfortunately, Miller doesn't hit there. Stevens brings the ball up the court, finds Owens. Owens over Miller, misses. Miller gets the rebound. Is he going to pull again? This man won't, will he? He will not pull. Okay, he's not going to pull. He thought he was Steph Curry there for a second. Man was shooting deep threes. Miller with the ball, looks for his player, finds Ron Artest. Ron Artest does pull, misses. Jermaine O'Neal with the putback. Tie ball game, 1:08 left on the clock. This is going to come down to the last second. Both teams playing well. Let's see who's going to have the juice. Of course, Of course, Indiana has the all-star players. So maybe, will that star power win out here? Dallas has a good team, but they don't have anybody like Jordan or even anybody like Reggie Miller on the team. Jordan, speak of the devil, has the ball, gets it to Danny Manning. Danny Manning, another old man who's on the team because some of the Pacers players aren't in the game. But anyways, back to the game. Here we go. Edwards with the ball. He is looking for somebody, being guarded by the aforementioned name. Ooh, Jermaine O'Neal goes for a mistimed steal, and Stromile Swift puts up an easy 2. The Dallas Mavericks find themselves up by 2. 30 seconds left to go. The Pacers will take a timeout. They have 29 seconds on the clock to try to claw this one back. All right, during the timeout, I did check just to note that both Reggie Miller and Michael Jordan have 5 fouls, so if either of them foul, they'll be out of the game. Hopefully they don't do that. Jordan is looking for something. He's working on his man. Drives past him. Oh my God! Michael Jordan puts the crowd to sleep with a massive stuff in, I believe that's Deshaun Stevenson's face. No, that's not Deshaun Stevenson. Who's that? That's Owens. Puts it in Owens' face. What a poster. 20 seconds on the clock. Tie ball game. It'll be Dallas Mavericks ball coming out of this timeout. What are they going to do? They do not have a go-to guy like the Pacers do. In fact, the Pacers have two of them, so it's a little unfair, but Edwards has the ball. He's going to work on Greg Anthony. He's probably going to hold for the final shot, so we'll just let him dribble it out. You got to assume, I mean, Deshaun Stevenson not on the court. Maybe they go to AK? No, they go to Owens. Owens had a wide open shot and did not pull. He's going to have to shoot. Not the best shot. Oh, but he hits it. Oh, no. Dang. All right, Dallas going to win this one. We're going to have to go to a game 7, ladies and gentlemen. Even if he made that, it wouldn't count. All right, on to game 7. Dang. Unfortunately, in game 7, the Pacers pull away. They're up by 13 points with 2 minutes on the clock, so probably not much of a chance for Dallas to make a comeback. That said, I did want to give Reggie Miller the chance to have his title shown to the world. So we will go ahead and skip forward to the confetti drop. And there you have it, folks. Reggie Miller is officially an NBA champion, something he could never do, partially because Jordan was playing on a different team. So now that he has Jordan on his team, he makes easy work of his competition. It wasn't that easy. The Mavericks did play a very good game 6. That was a thriller in Dallas. However, they're not able to bring the same muster here in game 7. The Pacers get a relatively easy victory. Reggie Miller gets to lift the title alongside his teammates, celebrating his great career in what is probably going to be his last year. We'll see if he retires, although we will not be on the Pacers, so it doesn't really matter to us. But for now, we're going to go ahead and sign off and get on to year number 6 and see where Jordan is going next on the Kevin Ollie timeline. Welcome to year number 6. Now, the issue with this Bucks roster is that of all the teams that I've ever done in this type of save, they have the least amount of players that are still in the game. So as you can see, this roster is kind of a hodgepodge. You know, we've got Jordan, we've got Ray Allen, we have Tim Thomas, Michael Redd, and then most of these other guys are just random dudes. Jamal Sampson was on the team in real life, but a lot of these dudes were not on the team, but unfortunately, they're just not in the game. Like Sam Cassell retired, apparently. There's no Tony Kukoc. Other guys like that. Yeah, it's rough out here. So we're going to go with this. Fortunately, this is not the team we're going to stick with for the rest of the season. We are going to get traded eventually, but for now, let's go ahead and see how year number 6 at least begins. All right, somewhat surprisingly, Jordan and Ray Allen actually have the Bucks in a decent place. However, now they're about to get traded to Seattle, who, if we go look, are currently the worst team in the Western Conference. So they're going to have to pull a magic trick here to make it through. We are doing this trade a little bit earlier than it happened in real life because the trade deadline in 2K is much earlier than it was in the real NBA season, but it's time to send Michael Jordan to the Supersonics. All right, again, a bit of a rough one here in terms of having players available in the save, but we got the main guys. We have Ray Allen, Brent Barry, Rashad Lewis, Bojan, and then a bunch of dudes that weren't actually on the team, but a lot of the guys that are not in the game for whatever reason. Is that Gerald Wallace? Okay, apparently we have Gerald Wallace. So this team is maybe a little too good, honestly, but we'll run with it. I mean, they suck, right? They're terrible so far, so we'll see if we can get them into the playoffs. I kind of doubt it, but let's see what we do. In year 6, Michael Jordan averages 28.5 points, 5.8 boards, 5.5 assists, 2.6 steals, and 1.2 blocks en route to making first team All-NBA and first team defense. However, as you may have expected given how bad their record was before they made the trade, the Seattle Supersonics did not make the playoffs. They are, let's see, I didn't even check what they finished the season as in the standings. They're not the 9th seed. They moved up 2 spots, okay? They were 14 when we got traded over here, and they're now 12th. So they won 32 games and lost 50. The team we left finished 8th. I guess real quick, let's just see who wins the playoffs. Hopefully, I mean, I would love for it to be Memphis. I don't know how they're the 1 seed. They must have made some good trades, but it is not going to be them. It is going to be the San Antonio Spurs led by Tim Duncan, who I believe also won the MVP this year. But the good news is from now on, Kevin Ollie, or in our case, Michael Jordan, will be sticking with one team each year. We won't have to do any more mid-season trades. We get to stay with the team we started with the whole season. And this first season of our new life is going to be very exciting. I'll show you why. Yes, that is correct. In year 7, Kevin Ollie joined LeBron James as a rookie in Cleveland.
What's so good about Cleveland?
Which means we get to bring Michael Jeffrey Jordan to the Cavaliers alongside an 18-year-old LeBron James. This is going to be one for the record books. Let's start season number 7. In year 7, Jordan averages 29.7 points, 5.3 rebounds, 6.1 assists, 2.3 steals, and 1 block, and makes the first team All-NBA and first team All-Defense teams yet again. But the best news is alongside Rookie of the Year LeBron James, Jordan and the Cavs are the 2 seed in the playoffs. A big improvement for last year. Let's see if we can get LeBron a title in his rookie year. Both teams have been hot from deep, but Indiana has been hotter. They hold a 3-1 series lead. Let's see if the Cavs can claw one back and make this a series. 42 seconds left on the clock. Indiana up by 2. The crowd is on their feet here in Cleveland. They are looking for someone to play some heroics and get the Cavs back into this series. Boozer with the ball gets it to LeBron. LeBron gets it to Roberts. Back to Jordan. Jordan has a wide open lane and he throws it down. That is a tie ball game. Let's watch this replay. You know, Jordan's had better dunks in his career, but a good one in the playoffs here. All right, the Pacers have the ball. Artest bringing it down the court. I don't know if they have a true point guard. I'm not sure who Smith is, but Artest has been doing a lot of the ball handling so far. He is being guarded by LeBron. He gets a screen. He's going to take it. He's going to look for nothing, drives the lane, gets in deep, gets it to Gilbert, and misses the 3. So the Cleveland Cavaliers are heading into a timeout, and they will get to take the last shot. You have to assume they're going to try to put the ball into MJ's hands here. 15 seconds on the clock. Cavs are looking to take the final shot. Who is going to get it? You have to assume it would be Jordan, but that could mean that the Cavs will give it to somebody else just to try to trick them. Bryant has the ball now, needs to start moving. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, starts moving. Is he really? Please do not take that. Hopkins puts it up. Oh my gosh, yes! Did it count? Is it too late? Did that count? I don't think it counted. I think that was too late. I think we're going to overtime. Let's make sure. He's going to review it. Play under review. Zadrunas. He gets the ball. Yeah, he didn't get that off. Nope. No, he did not get that off. So we are going to overtime. I will see you as soon as we get to the exciting part. We have 1 minute on the clock. Indiana up by 1. Jermaine O'Neal has fouled out. No one else really in foul trouble. So we'll probably rock with this lineup for the rest of the game, which is good news for the Cavs. Ron Artest gets the screen, drives, gets an open shot, but does miss. Gets it to LeBron on the break. He's looking to push it. Get it to Jordan. He does not. He goes at Artest, puts it up over him. Now the Cavaliers up by 1, 48 seconds on the clock. Indiana calls a timeout. Coming out of the timeout, the Pacers probably going to look to score relatively quickly. Don't want to leave too much time on the clock though. Artest with the ball. Tough matchup for him. I mean, he's a rookie LeBron. We have to remember that. He may look as imposing as he does in real life, but remember this is 18-year-old, maybe 19 at this point, year-old LeBron guarding grown man Ron Artest. Luke Ridnour with the ball, drives around the screen, puts up a 3 and misses. Ilgauskas with the rebound. Probably not their best shot. They're going to foul. Yeah, they foul LeBron. The rookie, is he going to the line? No, they have a foul to give. All right, let's see who Cleveland puts at the line. Bryant is going to be our foul shooter. Floyd Bryant, 29% on the night, but he makes his first free throw. Looks like he's a very good free throw shooter. Puts Cleveland up by 2. Can he make it a 3-point game? He does not. He misses his second free throw, gets it up to Reggie Miller. Reggie is tired, and he is being guarded by the rookie, buddy. Oh my God, Reggie Miller, don't do it to us like that.
He is him.
Reggie Miller hits a 3 with LeBron, not really in his face, but in his area code, and puts Indiana up by 1. Cleveland will have an opportunity for the last shot unless they elect to go fast, which is what I would do in this case, but we'll see if they listen to me or if they let Floyd Bryant, dribble the ball out and get it to Hopkins for a terrible 3. All right, Bryant with the ball. They are going to hold for the last shot. They're not going to give the Pacers a chance to shoot if they can help it. You got to make a better play than they did last time, and it doesn't look like they're going to. You got to start moving. 6 seconds. Please do not take this shot. Oh my God, what are they doing? Jordan with the shot. It's out. Jordan misses. Oh, Cleveland is out of the playoffs in the first round. Upset by Reggie Miller, Ron Artest, Jermaine O'Neal, and the rest of the Indiana Pacers. Jordan's lone season in Cleveland ends in despair. He is not able to help rookie LeBron James win a title. Would have been wild. Unfortunately,
I'm not gonna be here.
but for now, let's see who wins the 2004 NBA Finals. Okay, the Memphis Grizzlies make it all the way as an 8 seed and play the Orlando Magic, the 1 seed, but Penny is too much. They win in 6. Magic are your champions. Let's move on to year number 8. I don't really remember the 04-05 Philadelphia 76ers being this good, but I guess when you add Michael Jordan to the mix and you don't have Jamal Mashburn and Chris Webber coming off a bit injury-plagued, the team looks very good. This team, of course, more known for the second AI than anything else, but it looks like we may have a chance to legitimately compete. I mean, we have 4 guys, 88 or above, 3 guys in the 90s. We could do some damage. Let's see how it goes in year 8. With all the star power around him, MJ's stats take a bit of a hit in year 8, averaging 23 points, 5.3 boards, 6.4 assists, 2.7 steals, 1.1 blocks, en route to making 3rd team All-NBA and getting 1st team defense. But the important thing is that the Sixers are the 1 seed. They will be going up against the Boston Celtics in round 1. Let's see if MJ and AI can win themselves another title. C-Web dominates the Boston Bigs and Philly is out in 4. Now it's on to play the Atlanta Hawks in round 2. Chris Webber keeps scoring, but this time AI joins him and Philly goes on to the Eastern Conference Finals with ease. This time they'll face Penny Hardaway and the Orlando Magic. Chris Webber continues to be a dominant force. He does get some help from MJ this series, but Philadelphia gets out in 6. Now they're on to play this Supersonics team, which is a team we know pretty well from the past. However, they have gone out and added Mr. Kobe Bryant. Kobe, for some reason, decided to be the one to leave. Shaq stayed in this save. This could be a tough one. Let's see how we do. It has been a battle between MJ and Kobe, but MJ's 76ers have stretched this one out to a 3-0 series lead. Let's see if they can take care of business and sweep the Supersonics in the finals. As you can see, it's been pure domination from Philadelphia, even though Seattle is at home. They're up 113-79. Not even going to try to do that math, but I know it's a lot. And the clock is about to run out on the Supersonics season. MJ, AI, and AI the second. Is that what they called him? Did they call him that? I don't know for sure. But those 3, alongside Chris Webber and Jamal Mashburn, win a title. Kyle Korver's also here. Just saw him run across the court. The issue, of course, is that they really got to fix this. They really have to fix this stuff with the other team's players celebrating. Anyways, the issue with this team is that in real life, Jamal Mashburn didn't play a single game because he had microfracture surgery on his knee. I believe he had some type of injury. I may not have the exact one correct, but he did have an injury. He did not play a single game, and then he retired at the end of the season, which means that we will not have Mashburn back next season, in spite of him being a 92 overall when this season ends. But, you know, those are the breaks when we're replicating Kevin Ollie's career. The good news is that C-Web will be back. He will continue to dominate the post for us. So let's go ahead and get to season number 9. As you can see, the Sixers are a little bit weaker this year, but they still have Jordan, they still have AI, they still have C-Web. AI the second is slowly moving up in the rankings. Also, Kyle Korver could start to become a bit of a presence. The issue, of course, is we do not have great big men outside of C-Web, so we'll just have to work with what we got. With that said, let's go ahead and start up season number 9. In year number 9, MJ's scoring takes a very slight hit. However, his other numbers are up pretty much across the board. 22.9 points, 5.9 rebounds, 6.6 assists, 2.4 steals, and 0.9 blocks en route to making 2nd team All-NBA and 1st team All-Defense for the 7th time in a row. Unfortunately, this season also sees LeBron ascending. He did win the MVP. Interesting, if I could show you this real quick, sorry. Let me skip over to this. So the MVP has been absolutely dominated by Tim Duncan in this save, but LeBron finally takes over. But this is why Jordan has not won any MVPs, because Tim Duncan has just been owning the award for years now. LeBron finally takes it off him, and they also get the 1 seed. But Philly does have the 2nd seed. They'll play the team they played in the Eastern Conference Finals last year, the Orlando Magic. Let's see how they do. All right, you can't see it. I'm in the way, but it's been a close matchup. It's 3-3. We're going to Game 7. Let's see if we can win this thing. This time you can see we are winning by 20 points with 1 minute, 9 seconds left on the clock. So we're going to walk away with this one. We'll go ahead and let it finish out. We're going on to play the Washington Wizards in round 2. As you can see, the Cleveland Cavaliers actually lost in the first round, so we do not have to face LeBron. Instead, we're going to face Jay Williams and Jalen Rose's Chicago Bulls. AI has to sit a few games for injury, but fortunately, AI the second is there to pick up the slack. And of course, in the last few years, we've just been living in Chris Webber's world. He continues to dominate. Philadelphia is through in 5, and it is on to face the Trailblazers, who are led by Yao Ming. Okay, they're up 3-2. Let's see if we can finish this thing out. As you can see, the Trailblazers are up by 13 with under a minute to go. I don't think there's any chance we're getting back into this one, so it's going to go to a Game 7. Again, not an overly exciting game. As you can see, Portland is losing by 37 points with 30 seconds left to go, so Philly easily wraps this one up. That's going to give MJ and AI to their second straight title, largely I would say on the back of MJ and Chris Webber this season. I mean, AI's been fine, but he was injured for several games during the playoffs. We'll see if Jordan can win his third straight finals MVP. I'll show that at the end of the season just to see if he can make it happen.
What?
I do believe we will see a downswing in performance next year because next year the team loses both AI and Chris Webber. So this may be the last title MJ wins for at least a couple seasons. I think he's going to have at least one more shot, if not two, toward the back end of his career. But year number 10 may not be quite as fun. It's official. Jordan wins his second straight finals MVP. I may have said third earlier. Excuse me, I misspoke. He's only on 2. But now it's time to get into year number 10. Okay, we're here in year 10, and I may have been a little harsh on this Philadelphia 76ers team. Obviously, Jordan's still dominant as ever, but Joe Smith and Andre Miller actually not as bad of players as I would have assumed they were. You know, Joe Smith kind of fits in with Kevin Ollie as one of those journeyman type players. However, in this case, he is actually kind of living up to that first overall draft pick status with 86 overall. Andre Miller getting old, but he's still decent. And then, of course, Iggy is continuing to improve, so this team may have a shot to do something. Let's see if that's the case. On the surface, year 10 seems solid. Jordan averages 25.9 points, 5.7 boards, 5.8 assists, 2.5 steals, and 1 block. However, as you can see here, he was only able to play 44 games this year. He did get injured, his first injury of his career, and it doesn't come at a great time because Joe Smith also picks up a big injury. He's out for several games, and that means that Philadelphia is an 8 seed. Now, the good news is the full squad is back and healthy, so there's a chance they can make a run, but it is going to be a tough test for this team to get back to the finals for the third straight season. Jordan has been playing well. Unfortunately, remember, Jamal Mashburn did not retire due to his knee injury, so he is here with the Celtics causing some trouble. We're down 3-0. Let's see if we can get back in this. Yeah, as you can see, just not enough juice here with all of our guys getting injured so much, and really our bigs not being very good this year. It's going to be a blowout. Celtics walk away with this one. Let's see who wins the title. And in the championship, Lamar Odom's Houston Rockets go over LeBron's Cavs in a surprising upset. All right, on to year 11. It is year 11 here with the Philadelphia 76ers. As you can see, we lost Joe Smith, so one of our big key pieces last year is gone. Fortunately, Iggy is continuing to move up. He should become a mid to high 80s player by the end of the season, so that's a good news. Of course, Jordan still remains good. He's got 3 more years left in his Kevin Ollie career.
I don't know what he was talking about, but
This, however, will be the last season he plays for Philadelphia, so hopefully we can end it with a bang. Year 11 is another bit of a ho-hum year. 23.7 points, 6.3 rebounds, 5.8 assists, 2.3 steals, and 1 block. However, as you can see, the Sixers do not even make the playoffs. Honestly, Iggy got hurt. The team just not very good this year. But fortunately,
I'm not going to be here.
So Jordan will be moving on to hopefully greener pastures. Let's see who wins the title. This could be LeBron's year. He won the MVP. He's been playing very well. They sweep. And yes, LeBron James takes his team to the finals. They win the 2008 NBA championship. A solid showing from LeBron, getting a title a little bit earlier than he did in real life. Now it's time for us to move on to year number 12. All right, so in year 12, the second to last year of Kevin Ollie's career and Michael Jordan's career in this case, things are looking a bit grim. Now, for whatever reason, Al Jefferson is not in 2K, so I replaced him with like sort of a like for like. I know they're not the exact same player, but I added Rasheed Wallace just so the Timberwolves would have someone to work with. And of course, we have Kevin Miller. Then, of course, we have K-Love, we have Mike Miller, and then we have a couple other players like Corey Brewer and Sheldon Williams. But for the most part, this team does not look very good. I think we're going to struggle, but let's see how it goes. Jordan has another ho-hum year, 23.8 points, 4.8 rebounds, 4.2 assists, 2.7 steals, and 1.2 block. Doesn't make the All-NBA team, but remains one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. The issue, of course, you can see here is he has been injured pretty much all season, like off and on. He's been having a lot of these day-to-day injuries. Only plays 73 games. It doesn't do the full picture to say that the Timberwolves just missed the playoffs. They actually were absolutely terrible. If we go look at the standings, go to the Eastern Conference. No, they're in the West, excuse me. They are they the worst team in the league? No. They're better than the Sixers. They're better than the Heat, but they're the third worst team in the league. A strange place for Michael Jordan to be. The good news is that in spite of everything, the last year of his career is actually maybe the most exciting year. I'll show you why after we see who wins the playoffs. Tim Duncan's Spurs overcome LeBron James's Cavaliers to win themselves a title. Now let's move on to year number 13. And the Oklahoma City Thunder. Okay, this is what I have been excited for since the beginning. As you can see, Michael Jordan's joining an absolutely loaded Oklahoma City Thunder team. We got KD, we got Russ, we got Harden, we got Ibaka, Nick Collison, Jeff Green. The list goes on. There are so many good young guys here. That is maybe the issue, is that they're all like 2021. So Jordan is getting them just at the very start of their careers, just like he did with LeBron a few years ago. But hopefully with so many good players, Jordan could win a title in his very last year in the Kevin Ollie experiment. So let's see what happens in year number 13. Year 13, MJ averages 21 points, 5.2 rebounds, 6.6 assists, 2.7 steals, and 0.6 blocks en route to making first team defense. But really it's been his growth as a distributor that has made the difference. And the Thunder, again, we weren't expecting them to be, the league leading team. They do get the 5 seed though. They will be playing San Antonio, who very fortunately is going to be missing Tim Duncan for at least part of the series. Let's see if we can beat them and make it to the second round. In round 1, we get some vintage Michael Jordan, but it's Russell Westbrook that really brings it over the top. OKC is out in 7, and now they're on to face the Denver Nuggets, who are led in this save by Dwight Howard. As expected, Dwight Howard is a problem, but veteran Michael Jordan puts the team on his back, and the Thunder are through in 5. But now it's on to face Adam Morrison and Paul Pierce's Dallas Mavericks. Paul Pierce plays well, but at the end of the day, the Thunder just have too much firepower. They get through in 6 games. It's on to face LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers in the NBA Finals. Michael Jordan versus LeBron. Let's see who wins. All right, just as it should, this series is going to come down to a game 7. Let's get into it. 2 minutes, 27 seconds on the clock. Cleveland is up by 9. The Thunder are going to need to stage a comeback. And unfortunately, Kevin Durant, as I speak, he shoots and misses. But Kevin Durant and James Harden both in foul trouble.
Who needs James Harden?
So they may miss some time here at the end. LeBron James with the ball. We'll just stick with this one since it's the very end. LeBron James goes right at, I believe that was KD, dominates him. Puts the Cavs up by 11 with 2 minutes left to go. The time might be running out for the Oklahoma City Thunder in this save. Durant going to work, though. He can make some stuff happen. The man can shoot, and he puts one up. Misses that one. That's 2 back-to-back misses for KD. Not what you want to see if you're an OKC fan. They have 37 open, doesn't go to him. The Cavs do have a lot of players who are not real players on the team, so it's going to be hard for me to know who any of these guys are. Although that guy, we know who he is. LeBron, again, goes right at KD. Gets a foul. Remember, this is 21-year-old KD, so he is pretty young. It makes sense LeBron is going to bully him down in the paint. LeBron's first shot is up. That is his 28th point, putting Cleveland up by 12. Chris Kaman checks into the game, which is, that's a weird face for Chris Kaman. I feel like they didn't get his likeness, but maybe I'm misremembering what Chris Kaman looks like. LeBron makes his second. It is a 13-point ball game. LeBron is absolutely dominating. KD is now out. Jordan is in. Russell Westbrook finds Ibaka. Ibaka misses. Thomas can't get the rebound. Well, one Thomas did. Eaton Thomas cannot get the rebound. Kurt Thomas does. Green with the ball, drives at Harden, gets right past him. The Cavs are just getting to the rack at will. These young Thunder just do not have the strength to match up with these guys, and I think that's going to be the undoing. LeBron guarding Jordan, his team up by 15 with 1 minute on the clock. Ibaka makes a shot, cuts it to 13, but still, I don't think there's enough time. Chris Kaman going to inbound it, gets it to Longley, gets it to LeBron. Jordan guarding LeBron. LeBron finds Thomas. Thomas to Green, guarded by Harden. Not the best defender, gets it to Longley. Russell Westbrook giving him room. Oh, LeBron gets Jordan in the air, hits the step back.
He is him.
That has got to be the game. Whew. The young king is cooking tonight. Harden with the ball. Let's see if he can get a shot off here. He does not. Serge Ibaka. Serge Ibaka would absolutely pull. Why does Serge Ibaka not pull from that corner 3? Harden gets a screen. This one's probably over. Although Harden going to try to make it interesting. 13 points, 35 seconds. I mean, I say keep it interesting. There's no way this is happening. This is Cleveland's game. Let's just jump to the end. And the baby Thunder are unable to upset LeBron James's Cavaliers. Although on overall, they were probably the better team, but just do not have enough size to compete. I will go ahead and keep simming with Michael Jordan just to see what he does, because, you know, his career is not going to end here technically, even though Kevin Ollie's did. And I will give you the update on what happens to the rest of his career. We're going to go through that much more quickly. So I will see you back when Michael Jordan has retired from the NBA. Okay, Michael Jordan finally retires at the grand old age of 41 years old. He hangs around for quite a bit longer than I thought he would, quite a bit longer than Kevin Ollie did. He gets a nice retirement class alongside with him in the Hall of Fame. He's got KG, Dirk, and Antoine Jamison makes the Hall of Fame in this save. Now, let's look at his stats. So 21.2 points per game. That's a lot less than he is in real life, but not too shabby. 4.4 rebounds, 5.5 assists, 2.2 steals, almost a block per game. Never wins the MVP, which I guess is the big downgrade from his real life. Also, no defensive player of the years. Only makes 11 all-star teams in, I think, 21 years of playing. So he isn't quite as dominant as an individual player. But as we'll see in a second, it may not matter, because if we keep going, he's an 8-time champion. That's right. The Thunder go on to win 3 titles after we ended Kevin Ollie's career. It's not that surprising. Their young guys got very good. Jordan still started over James Harden, but James Harden was outpacing him in nearly every statistical category almost immediately, but still very good contributor on those teams. He's a 3-time finals MVP, 3-time first team, 3-time second team, 1-time third team, 10-time all defensive first team, which is very solid. So actually between the two, he makes the defensive team just as often as he makes the all-star team, which is kind of weird. I'm actually surprised only 11 times. I thought, you know, he was a very good player for a long time, and he doesn't make any of the rookie teams, because if you remember correctly, he did not get to play as a rookie. He was playing in the Euro League. So I don't know. I guess it's up for you to judge. The team success, obviously a little bit better than real life, but the individual success is not quite there in the Kevin Ollie verse. Is this career better than his real life career? Probably not. I mean, he played 21 years, he wins 8 titles. That's close to 50%. I mean, there's some players like, you know, obviously those old Celtics teams are going to claim the same thing, but in the modern era, no one else really had that same level of team success. And, you know, he did have to contend with Tim Duncan in his prime, who was just reeling off MVPs. But yeah, I'll let you guys decide in the comments if you think this Jordan career was better than his real life career. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Thank you.